Everybody, welcome. We are into Dwarf Fortress. We are have our one little fort, although little is not such a good description for it anymore. It's getting kind of sizable. Okay. Coal, ruby, yes. Well, that's working appropriately. Got our cave spider and cave spider webs. And if we unforbid it, they should go in and collect from here, yes? But we want to keep an eye on it. So we want to collect the webs, but we don't want to get over. We don't want to get little cave spider bites. Got food. Got puppies. Masterpiece level cloth. Got some gray langurs. Interrupting everything. Okay. Come down. Okay. Got all this colonite. Mudstone floor. Somebody's become a fisher dwarf. What is that? Niece. And Spellert. Okay. Goblin skeletons. Do I have to put the goblins in a uh well, the dead goblins at least, in a coffin? I would hate it if I had to put the dead goblins in a coffin. Thought the trap was in this cage. Corpse. Of course. It's tagged for being melted at some point. We got puppies. More puppies. Okay, let's check on how many puppies need to be gelded. Okay. Well, let's geld you. I've got enough dogs for a while. Okay, we've got. Okay, I've already been through this batch of puppies. I have lots of puppies. I don't need any more puppies for a while. Okay. That should be enough puppies. Yes, that should be enough puppies. It'll give me plenty of time before the next batch of puppies. Unless some of the other dogs are pregnant. Okay. I know there's a water source. Okay, where's my staircase? So there's water. There's my staircase. Wrong direction. Okay, we got obsidian. Last time I mined into something with obsidian next to it, I ended up burning down the area. Because lava. Which was fun. Okay. Somebody's grown up. Oh, finally, you've grown up. Finally, finally, finally. Okay. Nope. Uh, bro. Bro. You are unassigned from there. Do I have all the other children assigned? Not those two. And seeing as you are now sufficiently adult, actually, where are you? You are here. Not there. Not there. Child. Nope. Nope. Minor. Nope. Surgeon. Nope. Cook. Nope. Alas. It says we should be centered on her, but I don't see her. Okay. No, no. No. I can assign her a dog now. Because you're the one that keeps getting depressed. Okay, come down. You're playing with a puzzle box. Cool. Congratulations. You have been assigned. Okay. Milker, planter. Let's see. I'm going to assign her labor. To water hauling. Because then at least you'll get out of the... Where is she? Ah, there you are. She'll get outside and do stuff. Ma'am, it needs to be retrained. Make cloth loincloth has been completed. moth. Also, all the stuff that really ought to get inside, thank you very much, please. The dwarf merchants have been and gone. Did the gray longer... Yep, it seems to have been killed. Great. I wanted one. Well, specifically, I wanted a male. Okay, and... I don't think they even got over here to make baby langurs. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Oh. Let's melt it down. Let's see. That one can be melted. Yeah, anything goblin sized can just go for melting. There, that whole section can just go to be melted. Okay, come and the only thing left in that pile is actually just needs to be left. Okay. Unforbid. Iron chain can be unforbid. Copper can be unforbid. Copper can be unforbid. Copper can be unforbid. Okay. More puppies. And also, my diagnostician makes legendary level clothes. I have so many dogs. I should probably eat some of my dogs. I am going to eat some of my dogs. Not anything that's been named, of course. Okay. You, of course, need to be retrained. You'll do. Okay. I need to put these guys where they can make baby marmots. And then maybe lock the door behind them. Okay, how many baby llamas do I have? That's all the way up here. Baby llama, baby llama. I have 3 baby llamas. 2 male and 1 female. So I have slaughtered that llama. Okay. And some of these random females. I have so many of them. Okay. Water buffalo cows, yak bull, yak cow, turkey, pets. Well, trained dogs. Why do you make masterpiece level clothes? You're a diagnostician. You're a legendary level diagnostician. Honeybee. Make loincloth. I guess they automatically retrained it because I only see the trained marmots. Okay. That has a rat in it. I was wondering. Okay, come down. Dead honeybees. Dead rat. Got the rabbits. Pigs. Okay. Still working on getting this put back together. Giant mole has reverted to a wild state. Okay, where did I put the other marmot? There we go. Assign marmot. I just reassigned the female marmot. Okay, so I need to assign the male one. Hairy marmot, male. Okay, change the month. Okay, so the other thing I need to do is bring in I'm turn that off for a little bit, let them recuperate their silk. Okay, giant mole has reverted to wild state. Ha! Are you a male? You are a male! Perfect. Perfect. going to assign you to the best animal trainer I have. Both of them. And then we're going to bring in the one gray longer. Put you near but out of reach of the marmots who have their own animal training zone. Yes. Except marmots. And now we can make farm marmot. Pretty sure. He's mad about male. What happened to the female marmot? Did they just let her go somewhere? Possibly. Female. Okay. There we go. And build restraint chain here. Build restraint chain. Keep building there. Masterpiece almond stew. Okay. Giant mole has reverted to wild state. Lots of things just kind of can't be done. A lot of them include buckets. And they can't be done because my buckets, well, the ones that aren't here. I have lots of buckets. I have so many buckets. Ones that aren't there are over here. Bring in the buckets. I need my buckets. And it's not even like they're in a dump zone. Okay. They will be brought inside. They will be placed and managed. And I have, theoretically, enough buckets for anything I want. But still, they're leaving my buckets outside. And it's annoying. Okay. Dead skeleton. Pike. Lots of dead things out here. Oh, right. Langurs. Assign Female gray longer. And assign male. Giant mole, hoary marmots, helmet snake. Okay. I should wait until one of them has finished their training. We have a newly adult alpaca. Fisher dwarf. Somebody is no longer a recruit. Okay. Nothing in there anymore. We'll take it out. Same here. Another animal training. Except gray longer. I know I misspelled that. I don't hear that much right now. And what is this? Blueberry bush. Okay, they're bringing her in. We'll remove that because it's not useful anymore because we have a male. There's a hoary marmot. We have more puppies. Okay. I know I had a glass furnace. Where did it? Okay. I guess we've got just have a lot of extra sand. Let's turn off the repeat for a while. Maybe it works for our backlog. Okay, we have a water buffalo bowl. Let's just double check that that is not one of the gelded ones. Gelded ones get butchered. Okay, water buffalo bowl. Water buffalo bowl. Water buffalo bowl. Pass the puppies. Reindeer cow, reindeer bull, rooster, sow, turkey gobbler, turkey hen, water buffalo bull, gelded, slaughter. And let's slaughter one of the adult females as well. All right. That should do it. Masterpiece cave spider. Why? Wait, no, you're not my diagnostician. Yes! You have somebody other than the head diagnostician making masterpiece level clothes. Two of them, even. Wait, no. Maybe. I don't know. One slaughter. And there's my diagnostician again. Wrestler. Okay. And sparring happens year round, and I can't figure out how to turn that off. I do not need to know that everybody is sparring. I also don't need to hear about the troglodytes. More slaughtering. Okay. Well, there's something here. More troglodyte babies. I don't remember what was going on here. Probably I found something valuable. I do not particularly consider colonite to be valuable, though. Okay, come down. Yep, they are doing their job. They are guarding this area. Dead cage. Lots of things in cages. Okay, if I took this and went 36 floors. Make it 37. With that, Stray Helmet Snake has forgotten her training. Mandate ended. Sparring, stuff can't be done. Like, fill my pawns. Okay. Here we go. This corner. And we go straight up to floor elevation 33. Okay. that I need to place. And then I'll need to remove a stairway. Most of this way down. Okay, and then machines. That only lists one elevation at a time. And it needs to be powered. Okay. Use axles and horizontal axle, vertical axle. I'll need a lot of vertical axles. Because if I put a screw pump I did not quite dig enough set for enough stairs. Oh, and it needs to flow inward too. Okay, and then I take it there. I think. And then from here, I can take it back, I think. We have more puppies. Ooh, and a foal. Very nice. Weather's cleared. I've got magnetite. Well, that's useful. If I just make the very long here, would a well work? Well, if well doesn't work, we can always try again. We just got to make sure. Yep. Okay. Okay. What are you depressed about this time? Enjoyment, remembering playing with the puddles box, satisfied at work, satisfied just because. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Native platinum. Nice. Okay. The male I want to inflict upon her is also relatively close to the same age, so she's angry, it feels hateful. Obviously, they're animals, so they don't get health treatments. I have no idea what that was about. Ooh, bit luminous coal. Sparring, job cancellations. Okay. So if we're putting the breeding space here, let's make lots of little 3x3 rooms. That we can put our acquired critters into. That sounds like a reasonable way to have only as many of any given critter as we actually need. And considering that most of the first generation parents are going to be a little bit tricky, at least until they've been properly domesticated. Let's put doors on them. Okay. Let's take this row and bring it across. Plenty of space. Let's mine out that bit luminous coal. I can never have quite enough fuel. Ace dwarf, Axe dwarf, sand, masterpiece level. Okay. Let me just open this one up. Is our nope, no trained grey langurs. Well, that kind of sucks. Broker, what are you? You are collecting things. Okay. Cancels fill pond. Well, depending on which pond you're trying to fill, you might not have to worry about that too much longer. I mean, I still want this pond filled. And then I shall roof it over. Right now. Let's cancel that. We have the necromancer visiting again. Drink your water. It's good for you. Struck milk quartz. And I bet I know where. Let's put down some more coffins. Not that one. I only need like 10. Why do I have 40? Why do I have so many coffins? Okay. If I turn it into doors, into tombs, can I assign them to these random corpses I have in my stockpiles? I do not know. Wait, no, I did not want that one. Cancel. Zone, tomb, multi, done. Any unassigned? Okay, nope. Just tomb. Only citizens and pets. Alrighty. This side is for pets. Like that duck. This side is for citizens. Most of which probably wish they didn't need to have one. Look up. This is also the memorials, and for whatever reason, why does this need to be so nice? I don't know. Nice dwarf. Okay. I don't think I need more live land animals. Okay, make clothes. Okay, spin, process, make cheese, collect sand, make clothes, assemble. Okay, where? There. Sage vermin catcher. Hmm. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Okay. So if I have it right, and I do need to remove floors. That is right. I do need to remove. Not that. Designate floor. Right. I want to remove the floor. It's not letting me remove the floor. Well, if I can't remove the floor, then I guess I'm stuck. Using the screw pumps to haul the water all the way up. Blah. Well, that's gonna suck. On the flip side, it should suck very less very shortly after I managed to get them working. Oh, but I'm gonna need to power them. I don't think I have enough dwarf power to power them, so I'm going to need to build further up so I can build windmills and I do have this though. Build machine water wheel. Has to be made out of wood. I've got mostly pear wood. That'll do it. And then if I dig a channel there, machine horizontal axle, it also has to be wood. Well, that's annoying. That one can be willow. No, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, why can't I just drop some of this water because I don't have any floodgates. Would not want to do it irresponsibly. Mine, channel, 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 actually, can go most of the way there. Let's put that one as close to highest. And then also build floodgate. That's the only floodgate I have. Nope, I'm gonna go make a floodgate. Carpenter still, siege. Up. Stoneworker. Make floodgate. Make floodgate. Make floodgate. Make floodgate. And at least one of them is going to be most important. Okay. Hoary Marmot needs to be retrained. Oh, nice. All three of the gray langurs are properly trained now. Retrain. Retrain. There we go. Okay, build, machine, floodgate, blocked at this location. Remove ramps. Well, not all the ramps. Mine, remove those ramps. Stray water buffalo bull. Okay, let's check that one. I'll sort it by name. Stray water is going to be fairly predictably hot. Full male, we'll leave you alone. Hammer dwarf. Masterpiece choir. Nice. Saltpeter, sardonyx, gypsum, pink jade, sapphire, and bituminous coal. Okay. Ah, I forgot to turn that back down to 4. That's fine. Okay. So now that that has been managed, I need to build machine floodgate there. I also need somebody to convince somebody. Okay, so waiting for construction, I gotta put down a lever for it. Where do I put down the lever for it? Yeah, it's a good place as any. Build machine lever. Place. Yeah. Okay. Become a mace dwarf. Okay. Ah, you're the one with my bah. Floodgate. Okay. Honeybee, lavender, jade, lignite. Lavender, jade, bituminous coal, cinnabar, hematite, lignite. Very nice. Am I going to need to remove these ramps? Possibly. Do I particularly want to remove the ramps? Nope, not particularly. Okay, there's my floodgate. It's in position. It has started raining. Okay, let's mine that wall so we can get to that one. Oh, that's right, I gotta link it to the lever. Link lever. That'll let me open and close it as I will. Stray billy goat and a little lamb. Okay. Okay. That's not bad, I think. Ah, but it's overflowing. Despite the fact that it should be and is headed down. Ah. The It got washed away, it seems. Well, that is less than ideal. Okay. Well, at least it's not terrible, I think. This could definitely be a lot worse. Yep, suspended the linkage. And I can't even get over there to... Okay, so if I mine the channel there, I should be able to reach down and build the wall here. That'll stop it long enough for me to actually finish because I put that, because it is filling up this section that I do not particularly want filled. Yep. Could be a lot worse. That is exactly where I wanted the water. And also about exactly why I wanted the water. It's also not particularly deep. It is unfortunately a river and not a pond, so it is not going to run out. I think. Yeah, no. I know, not there. Cancel that. Cancel that. We need to mine down here in order to actually place it exactly where we want. Well, at least it's not backflowing into everywhere else. It shouldn't even be possible. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have such amazing large indoor pastures now. It's going to be marvelous. And now I have an indoor well. Basically on whatever level I want it on. Okay, things get covered in mud. There is plenty of water. So much water. New cook. Masterpiece hemp cloth, and out of it a masterpiece hemp right mitten. So while everything is getting covered in mud, let's hope I dug this. Let's hope I can manage to head this off so it doesn't get any worse. Okay, I don't want to dig there. I want to dig here. Open space. Okay, so I need to reach down. Nope, build. Construction. Okay, wall. Water at this location. Water, blocked, water. Okay, this is going to be an issue, I think. I mean, unless I dump it all into the cavern, which wouldn't be that hard now that I think about it. Because I've already got this set up. And it just would just need to go down the stairs here. But I'd also need to block off the water that's already there. Hmm. Okay, so let's put these tiles on minimum priority. These tiles on less minimum priority. Build the well, no, if I built the floodgate there first, then I'm not going to actually be able to mine this out. But if I remove that, wait, no, cancel. Okay. I wanted to make a farm. I wanted to raise my animals inside with enough space that they don't eat through all the floor fungus. Why is my broker going swimming? Relieved being near to a waterfall. Skills. Other skills. Developing her swimming, I guess. Broker, attend meeting. Also developing his swimming. I guess. Okay. Break the chain right there. Masterpiece llama wool cloth. Too much water. I don't see how to get myself out of this one. I do think I know how to fix it, mostly. But I don't actually see how to... Yeah, nope. Okay. I don't know how to fix it. They're all going to drown. I'm going to try that again. Better. Okay. We come here. We dig out that space as channel. Well, no, not that space, actually. Remove that. We dig out this space as channel. We come down. We go forward a distance. We come down. We go forward a distance. We come down. We go forward a distance. Come down. We go forward a distance. Come down. We go forward a distance. We make this tile very high priority, and this tile very high priority. Okay, we're going to blueprint down. Right there. And right there. We redo it. This will be much better. We have all the puppies and stuff get That's right, we're going to catch some gray langurs. We need to have somewhere to put them. Once they're trained, of course. So they can be properly domesticated. Alrighty. I forgot. We'll dig out the doors. That'll be fine. But if we have 2 floodgates, instead of trying to do just 1, that should work a lot better. Okay. Other, or a marmot in a cage. Train her up. Got these 2 fine gentlemen that are getting their training. Yes, Aleph has grown up. Finally. Those 2 are assigned. Make cloth loincloth has been complete. Okay. remove these channels, those two channels behind you. Because just in case, we are going to build separately connecting floodgates. Lever. Here. We'll connect to the big one up top. And the lever, wrong direction. Here. We'll connect to just that one. I said remove those. And it'll happen when it happens. Ah, wait, I need to be on the correct level. Remove those ones. Have to be at the base of them. Masterpiece cloaks. Okay. We'll put doors on our new breeding rooms. Actually, I could probably put a rooster and a hen in one of these. Build, pen, accept, assign, hen, and assign a rooster. Build, workshops, farming, nest box. Put down a nest box and lock the door. Got puppies. Brew drink from fruit. Okay, we are almost all the way through. Of course, they're all taking a little bit of a break at the moment. That's okay. Somebody will bring down the critters. Zone. Animal training. Accept. And we'll name this one Longers. That's the correct spelling this time. And we need to build rope, chain, and those two corners. Winter's upon us. The giant mole has reverted wild. Bee stings, fill pond. Masterfully improved wood. And somebody can't find their bucket. Chicken breeding experiment. We have our hen. And we have... Okay, does this connect most... Not... It does connect all the way through. Okay, so we come down. Oh, that's right. We do need to come up. A little bit more up. Up. Bit more. There we go. We need floodgates. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven's probably more than enough. And then one very high important priority floodgate. Most important everywhere. And build, construction, machine, floodgate. Let's remove those. Just to make sure it doesn't actually accidentally flood up into here. Going to attach to a copper short sword. Get blocks. Named a copper short sword. Okay, I should have make coke from bituminous coal has been completed. Build machine floodgate. Okay, if I grab just this one and that one. Okay. I'm gonna build the floodgate here. Build construction, not construction machine, floodgate. There. Shell floodgate. Weather is cleared. Out of plant cloth. Alpaca. That's right, I went and slaughtered a whole bunch of animals. Because I have lots. And I decided I was tired of getting so many puppies. I have just shy of ridiculous numbers of puppies. Okay, I have no adult male alpacas, so you're going to be my new adult male. I have baby gilded and one female, one peacock and 3 peahens, 4 rabbit. Okay, I slaughtered the adult bull. Might as well slaughter. No, let's leave the adult cows. Yeah, might as well. Drakes, ducks, ewes. I have 4 ewes. They are finely trained. Helmet snake, hens, hoary marmots, horses, horse foals, kitten, lambs, llama. Okay, I've got. Let's slaughter one of these female llamas. I have so many puppies. In fact, where's my adult dog? Adult male. You. You are no longer to be intact. Actually, I'm just going to straight up slaughter you. Should do it. Okay. Okay. Competent suture. Adequate minor. Huh. Too many different competing skills. Adequate teacher. Novice swimmer, novice climber. Table, 2 chairs. Legendary wordsmith and legendary reader. I guess everybody just about. Although, why is my doctor also a legendary wordsmith? Okay. Oh, that's right. Id. Legendary observer. Expert chemist. High Master, Grand High Master, Adept, Competent, Adequate, Novice. It has become a furnace operator. Either that or I'm looking at a different id. No, there we go. Okay. Why are you legendary level in that? I don't get it. But it is what it is. I need to make some. Ooh, water buffalo bull. That's right. You are gelded, aren't you? Water buffalo calf. These are all pups and other babies. Water buffalo bull. Water buffalo bull. Haha. Slaughter. They're eating good for a while. Okay. Dismiss. Okay. Link lever. Here. Followed by pulling the lever. Stray dog has given birth to more puppies. Coke from lignite. Prepare food. Okay. Let's take this corner. Well, that is moving. No, wait, mine. And lots of little offices to attach to the library. Troglodyte has given birth to a boy. Stray llama has been slaughtered. New fisher dwarf. Very important to link the building and then pull it. Do not pull repeatedly. Right. Forbid that door. Assign one female. Female does not need to be assigned to the corner. It doesn't matter. The female has been assigned. Assign female, and then assign male. Oh. This one is female hoary marmot. Yes. I don't actually see. Female. Assign that one to male. Male hoary marmot. Giant mole, large rat, hoary marmot male. Zone. Training. Accept. Actually. Accept. And that should do it. Troglodyte. Slaughter dog. Made cloak. Ended mandate. Stray helmet snakes forgotten her training. Started raining. Lots of things been left undone. those two spots. Okay. Maybe eventually I'll get some of my buckets back. Pull the lever. Actually, very important that that lever gets pulled. So if I can see it, that means it's currently passable. Pretty sure. Masterpiece floodgate. Malicious captain. Brew drink. Build. Fluid. Floodgate. There. Wet. More puppies. I do not need more puppies. Very careful. Just that one spot. Because that's covered in water now. Okay. Horseful. Useful. Okay. Depression again. Mace dwarf. Yes, standing to the side is a very wise idea. Water. Mist. And it's going everywhere. This needs to be linked. Link lever. Here. Link lever. Urgent. Most important. Right now. Okay. pull the lever. Is it getting worse or better? I can't tell. I don't think it's getting worse. Maybe I should do this in the object testing. Okay. What are you? Store owned item. Do I just need to build on top of the floodgate too? It's just too much water in a brook to be controlled by a floodgate. Do I need to have two floodgates there? Is it the channel? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. If I pull the lever again, will that make it worse? The necromancer's visiting. Why are you attached to a crutch? Okay. I do not think this is particularly going well. Water is flowing right over the top of the floodgate. Okay, it's not super wet, so if I have somebody remove that, maybe? Pull that again. Maybe we can get this to eventually stop? I don't need 5 layers of mud. I just need enough mud to turn into pasture land. Which this section is starting to somewhat. Too much mud. Collect sand. Slaughter dogs. Hammer dwarf. Billion lumash. Uh, Red dwarf. Oh, there is plenty mud along here. Do I need to let it have more space or something? Do I need to install the floodgate here? Oh, here? Because I don't know. I don't know. There's too much water. I don't know. River source. Brook. Would more floodgates have helped? Well, this level has been almost completely flooded. It could be so much worse. At least. It could be so much worse. Well, somebody's getting their swimming in. Makes sense, he has a duck. Student, concentration, reader, and schemer. Well, won't be too long before you pick up that swim skill. If you're going to keep coming in here. Okay, this... At least it doesn't seem to be spreading any further. Nope, spoke too soon. I guess it'll hit the cavern, deep cavern, and just go all over that. So... I guess I just have to evacuate everyone that's shallower than this. Or deeper than this, which maybe isn't too many? Well, it'll at least wash all this blood away. Guy was bleeding for quite a distance. It's maybe not going to be too much farther than here. I'm not going to count on anything though. Not going to count on it. Okay. That is maybe too successful. I want there to be water. I do not want there to be a giant pool that I cannot get rid of. It is at least going to be a pond. And it is at least something I can use a well from. But it's not what I wanted. It is so very much not what I wanted. Okay, do I put a floor there? Do I just... I'm at a loss. I'm at such a loss. Okay, what are you banning exporting now? You need a chest, a cabinet, weapon rack, and you want better quarters. Can't sell any bucklers. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't planning on selling any bucklers anyway. This may well be the end for this fort. I don't think it's going to drown the end of the floor, the entirety of the fort. Most of my people are up too high to be drowned. Well, it might drown you and this group. But that's like 20, 30 people. Everywhere else is living up near the surface. Ugh. There is oodles of food and oodles of drink. I need to go use the bathroom. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Hello, everybody. We are. Maybe. It's definitely a maybe. There is certainly enough space for it to stop after a while. I mean, it won't turn into mud that things can grow out of, but there's space. I had no idea what that was about. Spear dwarf, mace dwarf. Buckets are missing. This could be an issue. Well, this is an issue. And I don't know how to fix it. The one thing I'm pretty sure of is nobody's going to die. So. Anything else? Not a clue. Not a clue. Collect the webs. Collect the webs, dye the cloth. Collect the webs, dye the cloth, all the cloth, dye it all. Dye the cloth, dye the threads, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Little plants. Make dye. Ooh, press honey from honeycomb. Press liquid from paste. Press plant slurry into paper sheet. Stray you. We have a new lamb and an adult billy goat. Everybody's going to be happy to see waterfalls. Except for when they realize that the waterfall is inside their fort and they're all going to drown. Well, this is holding pretty steady at about 3 deep water. It could just be that it hasn't finished filling up yet. I am somewhat inclined to just... I don't know. I don't know. Can somebody help? Okay. Um... So theoretically, mining out most of the space that I was going to fill full of water anyway will help. Very high priority. Very high. All that space. And all that space. And all of this. And there. And if there's only like 1 or 2 access points to these great big basically empty areas, then they're going to be a lot slower to fill, and that delays how quickly my fort dies, yeah? Particularly if they're a bit twisty to get to. Like a maze. Like a maze that I am using to try to stave off certain death. Okay. Okay, 2 mud, 3 mud. I need to assign more miners. I put a bunch of you on hauling water, didn't I? Well, it looks like just about everybody's ate good enough. There, everybody can mine. Please. I don't know what else to do. On the flip side, if I ever figure out how to turn this off, I'm going to have amazing, massive indoor pastures. That is the crux of it, though. If. In the meantime, it seems as though the trick of it is going to be to keep everything from getting worse. Limonite, green tourmaline, gypsum, blue jade, limonite, hematite, hematite, limonite, bauxite, clear tourmaline, hematite, also hematite, uh, hematite, hematite, amethyst, tourmaline, tourmaline, gypsum, gypsum, limonite, dolomite, hematite, tetrahedrite, hematite. gypsum, gypsum, smoky quartz, limonite. Uh, yeah. Somebody with more experience than me, tell me how I can fix this. Because at the moment, I have no clue. Okay. More limonite. More gypsum. How many wheelbarrows do I have? The answer is probably not enough to get everything of value off this floor before I drown in it. Okay. They're all covered in mud. They are all covered in mud. Rest are stung by a honeybee. Mine out the limonite. Yeah, mine out the hematite. Just the veins. It is. Okay, I see you are creating masterpieces, but yeah, I think this might be the one case where depression might actually be an appropriate response because I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to fix this. Not at all. I'm not even sure where you are. If it is valuable and not these sardonyxes, I am going to grab it. Because I don't know what else to do. It's your own fault if you're thirsty. I literally have over 1,000 drinks. And you are surrounded by water. Well, actually, that spot you're in is pretty water free. Bit of a nice change. It means I'm out mining this mess. Probably. Out mining this mess. I don't know if I can permanently outmine this mess, but I am currently outmining the mess. So that's good. Cat, what are you doing down here? Content after a bath, grouchy when caught in the rain. Cool. Well, that's right. There's lignite there. It's only 3. 3 deep. Seven, 6, 5. Too deep right there. Not for my novice swimmers, at best. Other rusty novice swimmer. Skill. Other. You're at least not rusty in your swimming. Although how much of that is because you were just doing it? Okay. Okay, grab those. Anything interesting show up? Some more limonite. Limonite is very useful. But there's some hematite around that corner. Let's give it lots of space to expand into. Too bad I can't dig off the edge of the map. Let it just leave. this is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to mining out an entire floor. If I mine enough of this section, is it going to collapse? I don't know. Gypsum. Oh, wait, why did it? Okay. Mine out the tiger iron. Mine out most of this. Needs to go. The luminous coal. Yes, most useful. Yellow jaspers. Strict magnetite. Rock crystals. Okay. Removing designations as soon as they touch these squares, because these squares will let the water down into the rest of the fortress. And that is the one thing I very much do not want. But there is, in fact, a giant deposit of gypsum right there. So I need to be careful. And Mississippi. Although if I can make it spread out enough, I should be able to keep collecting these. But I'd rather be able to collect them just all right now. Uh, I'll just babysit the stairway for a bit. Someone will mine something out. I'd be like, nope. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, there's some magnetite. Cancel. Ready, set, and Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe the fact that it's wet is making it harder? Anyway, cancel. Okay. Uh, this is not... This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a very, very messy mess. Damned buckler. All sorts of useful things. Aha. Jet. Pink tourmaline, though. They're expanding the dry spaces first. Makes sense. Gotta make sure that the stairway doesn't get waterlogged. And now. Tetrahedrite. Coal. Random little interesting bits. Sapphires. Protect the stairwell. Again. Okay, so we come out. Almost. There. Okay, so the stairway is safe. I don't have to babysit the stairway anymore. Which means having someone mine out that hematite. And those tourmaline. Tourmalines? Tourmaline. And I'll go tourmaline. More gypsum. Some jade. All of that mess. Definitely the platinum. Definitely the platinum. I should probably go smelt some of the have somebody smelt the platinum. I already have the orders. Billion, brass, bronze, electrum, pewter, platinum, smelter, smelt, native, platinum. All the way down. And I should make something out of the platinum. Not immediately. Not immediately. Right now my priority is figure out how to fix this. Although I think I might have already delayed it enough. Well, anybody that comes in here is going to get a swimming lesson for quite a while. Hello, Gremlin. Ooh, more coal. And they're already mining it. Gremlin, sparring, Bill Pond, Baby Bunny, Lavender Jade. They're just gonna mine it out probably. Phil Pond. Cryoprax. Mine. Cryopress. Morians. Okay, medical book named Buckler. Coal, Jade. Coal. Cool. Cancel. Panic. Yellow Jasper. If it has, well, there's those yellow Jaspers. I think they were meant another. That'll probably just get mined out as it is. Okay. But just be safe. Ignite. Tourmaline. Coal. I don't see the tourmaline. Ruby. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to have lots of gems to sell to absolutely everybody. So, bloodstones. Sapphires. Cinnabar. Gypsum. I do not think my fort is going to be poor in much except actually being able to get down into its depths. This water is still spreading. Brass. Mine the rubies. Mine that ruby. It says there's press. I'm not seeing it. Red tourmaline. Okay. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Everybody's learning to swim. For everybody's going to learn to swim, I think I need more uh, picks, actually. That's only depth 1. There's 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4. 2, 1. Okay. Maybe this isn't actually going to drown the rest of my fortress. There's enough space for it to spread out here for a while. Then I can take a corner of the map. How about this one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does it look like at elevation? Ha. I would pick the one spot that doesn't open into the caverns. Because of course I would. What's here? Map channel. Stairs. Mine. Stairs. That'll just dump all that water here, and then it'll blow away. That should work, right? And then we take that. So we don't have water coming and drowning that miner, because that's only one spot wide, only one miner. And it's not perfect, but at least the rest of my fort doesn't flood. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can do that. Yeah. That that should work. Okay. Ugh. That. Well, I don't think I'm going to be using this floor for what I meant to use it for anytime soon. I just don't think that's going to be possible. I do think that maybe there's something else I could put here, though. Or at least take advantage of the fact that it's half covered in water. I have no clue. If anybody has any suggestions, please tell me. Okay. These are actually going to be least priority, least relative priority for a bit. Because I want to get through to where I can dump all the water into the cavern and out and away and don't have to think about it as much. Plant into a slurry, brew, drink from plant. Okay. Well, I now have an endless source of water. More endless source of water. They are definitely going to use this for something. Do I know what? Not a clue. Am I going to make them trudge through the water? Yep. Not dying because you can swim seems to be a very smart idea. And of all the liquids that could go wrong, well, I guess there's only two. Hoary Marmot needs to be retrained. Of the liquids that this could have gone wrong with, water was probably the safer. Okay. In fact, absolute lowest priority is going to be this section. And everything else will go to back to 4. Okay. This. We have a new adult. He is now allowed to leave the children's section. He'll probably get a job hauling things, because I don't feel like assigning him. I think I panicked a bit too hard. If anybody can tell me what went wrong, I would really appreciate it. At least I think I'm going to be able to pull this out. should have a dump, yeah? Somewhere. Nope, wrong button. Under locations. Zones. I've got 2 garbage dumps. 3. One here. One somewhere here. Uh, let's... Okay, this one. Let's maybe remove it. Spin thread. Picture Jasper. I have that dump twice. I think I maybe need to unforbid that pile. There we go. Okay, so that... dumps that shale. Oh, great. This is like night. Oh well. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Breathe in. The important bit is that my fort is no longer going to get flooded. And I found a bunch of useful new resources. Why was that? No, these are level 4. These are standard level. Too late, somebody's already come and picked one. Picked them. Okay. It's going to be okay. Strip. Gotten lots of interesting things. And they're spawning again. More platinum. Because of course. Okay. I think nothing is going to flood. Except for what has already flooded. Okay. We have noodled cats. Coal, gypsum. Okay. Everybody's going to survive this and get a few levels in swimming out of it. This could have been so much worse. Okay. Now that I have all this water, I should be able to use it to make inside water wheels. Theoretically. Not that I'm going to do so immediately. No, thank you. Okay, turn it to numbers. Ones, twos. It's 4 here, and it's flowing these directions. That's all 7. Okay. This 3. Okay. We'll be able to see better if the idea worked. Okay. Okay. Yep. There we go. That should do it. Now, if we dig up there, or slightly better yet, maybe over to this. Over to the side. And there. That should give a path bauxite cabinet. Okay. Okay, and then there's cleared. Make a bunch of stuff. Fortification, agate, and moonstone. Okay. If that helps drain some of this fluid, I'm gonna be so happy. Wait, nope. Cancel those. Cancel those. Congratulations, kids! As your reward for becoming an adult, you have to learn how to swim before you can do anything else. And it's not like they ever really lose skills, they just get rusty at them. This. Oh, that one's already been cleared. Okay. Well, everyone, as thanks for your help in mitigating this disaster, everybody learned how to swim. This could have been so much worse, and I'm glad it wasn't. I'm also glad I got a bunch of useful resources out of it. We will be smelting these for a good long time to come. Okay. Okay. Wrestler, honeybee, rope, and wood. Masterpiece level things, cassandrite and brown jasper. Well, I don't think this pond is going to need filling anymore. Let's remove it. Okay. Zone. Water source. Does it have to be a certain depth? Or is it a certain accessibility? Or is it both? I can put a well down if it's going to stay like this. I can put a well down, build, construction, fluids, well. Ha. Block, bucket, rope, mechanism. And now we have infinite water. More infinite water. Okay, one stairway. Too far away? Possibly. Well, I do know that if it didn't have an outlet, it would flood. So it's got the outlet now. That will be good enough. Presumably. Okay. It's even halfway across the cavern from my normal entrances, which is good. Okay, so we gather here. And we gather here. And here. And there. And there. Okay. Okay. What did I catch in my cage trap? It just fired. For no apparent reason. Okay. Okay, spider silk. Stray billy goat. Ichor. Okay. Less than productive. But half of everybody learned to swim, so I'll take it. Okay. Nothing's higher than a 4 except for in the channel from the river, and I don't, did something wrong and don't know how to undo. Lots of things are going to be covered in mud for a while. That's okay. There's also a well now, so they can just dig it up. And they're going to just haul up fresh water and it'll be fine. They have water sources. They've got a well. Okay. Well, that was somewhat exciting. You guys are locked into a room. You guys don't have thumbs. I could probably let them off the chain. Do you think that'll make them more liable to breed? Clean self well dry. This well is dry. Well, you couldn't have told me that. What's wrong with the well? Remove. Build. Machine. Well. Needs walkable perimeter. Build. Machine. Well. Water at this location. It's the issue with literally everywhere else I could think of. Pull the lever. Pull the lever. Okay. Wait. Is it shrinking? I'm definitely seeing a bunch of isolated ones. And they're surrounded by mud, so there was water there. Hmm. Oh, definitely mud here. The area over here is still just ones and twos. Let's cancel all of those and just add that one, because that comes down here. And I should be able to put a well there. And that well, being here-ish, can't run dry, I think. Seeing as it would be fed pretty directly from the river itself. Skills. Other skills. Novice ambusher. Dabbling swimmer. Well, I don't think any of them will be the best swimmers, but they seem to be getting adequate. Which is all we really ask most of the time. Okay. Well, that seems to have done the trick. We saved the day, and we are almost done for today. It's 28th of obsidian. There we go. First a granite. I will be seeing you all. If you have any other suggestions on how to fix my flooding problem and hopefully get eventual pastures out of it, let me know. I really just don't have any other ideas at the moment. Um, I'm going to be moving this over to my YouTube channel at Ishield Pendragon on YouTube, and just leave me a comment, maybe. I have no, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'd much rather practice with water than fire. I can only presume that I will need to practice with fire at some point. I'd much rather do it with water. Okay. Everybody who stopped by, thanks for stopping by, and thank you for staying until the end if you're video watching. Okay. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.